Hey guys, I'm Alistair from Trail & Kale, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Brooks Ghost 15. So the Brooks Ghost is one of Brooks Running's most popular road running shoes. For a reason, it's got that trusted fit. It's just a really good all-round running shoe that's very comfortable, and a lot of beginners and intermediate runners will love this shoe just because of that. I mean, it feels like a cloud when you step into it. There's plenty of cushioning in the midsole, but it's also got a little bit of firmness in the ride, which means that it's quite an efficient shoe whilst you're running in it. Let's start this review by listing some of the key features of the Brooks Ghost 15 then. It costs $140, which I think is really reasonable for a running shoe that just performs really nicely for that everyday runner who wants to just get a few miles in every day. Maybe that's 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers each day. Then this is a really good running shoe for you, especially at that $140 price point. It weighs roughly 10.1 ounces, which is 286 grams for those of you who enjoy grams measurements. Now that's for a size US men's 9, which is the shoes that I run in and I review. The shoe has neutral stability in it, and I would say it's got medium cushioning as well. It certainly fits true to size as well, so if you are familiar with Brooks, then I would recommend going with your usual sizing. But also if you're familiar with On Running, Hoka, Nike, any of those big brands, the sizing is consistent with them, so go with usual sizing. They are a medium width, and they also come in 2 wide versions as well, so if you do have wide feet, then Brooks have you covered for the Ghost 15. Also, sadly, summer is coming to an end, although I'm absolutely baking in this room right now. It will be starting to rain soon, unfortunately, and the Brooks Ghost 15 does come in a GTX or Gore-Tex waterproof version as well, so that would be for you if you want to keep your feet dry whilst running in the rain. I'm going to go over some of the features that I really like with the Ghost 15 then, and then I'll go over some points that I don't really like about the shoe, and then I'll offer my final verdict on the shoe and whether I think it's worth you buying it. First off then is the upper. So it has a really nice fitted upper. And like I said earlier, it does feel like you're literally stepping into a cloud because of, if you have a look here around this edge, around the heel counter, and these edges here, you can see it's super soft, rounded, plush. And it's just really comfortable to step into. Also, the walls are actually quite low down, which means they don't really interfere with your ankles. Well, there's no rubbing there on your ankles, so it's a really nice fit right out of the box. No breaking in necessary at all. Also, the tongue is just the same. It's so much cushioning. Look at this. It's super comfortable, and also it's a very breathable running shoe. Looking at the upper here, see those mesh or knit holes here? Air passes through there so easily. So I just blow through the shoes just to check on breathability before I go for a run. And there's tons of airflow, so I really like that about these shoes. Your feet won't overheat when you're running in them. There's also a really nice solid heel cage at the rear of the shoe, which is this section here. And all that is more of a rigid part of the shoe, and that basically locks your heel in place, gives you support and stability when you're running. So really nice that they've added that. There's also some reflective detailing and hits, like here on the front, some at the rear as well, and around the side. And that's obviously really good for safety at night. So the nights are drawing in already, so if you do have to run early in the morning or at night just to fit your run in, then there is that extra level of added safety protection on the roads. Another nice feature then is the new foam that Brooks are using on the Ghost 15, and it's the DNA LOFT version 2. And you can see that written on the bottom here. Hopefully you can read that. Basically that's their new foam. It's lighter, it's more cushioned, and very cloud-like when you're running. So really soft feel to it, but like I said, there is a little bit of firmness as well. And that's kind of what you want if you want a responsive running shoe. So you're not losing too much of the energy through the cushioning in the midsole. You actually get a little bit of energy coming back from your stride. So Really nice, love what they're doing with the new foam here. This new foam also features in the Brooks Cascadia 17 trail running shoes, which is Brooks's premier trail running shoes. I really enjoyed those shoes, and again, they're only $140, and you get a heck of a lot of trail running shoe for that $140. So if you're interested in maybe trying trail running, or you're looking for a new, very reasonably priced pair of trail running shoes, then definitely go watch that review next. If you're enjoying this review, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more running gear reviews just like this. The third feature that I really like on the Brooks Ghost 15 then is the outsole. You can see there's some really fine micro detailing going on the lines here. And what that does is give you extra grip or tread on slick surfaces. So if there's really not much to grip onto because you've got a very smooth surface, then that detailing there gives you gecko-like grip, and it really works very well. It's also very durable so far. Not really noticing that many signs of wear and tear on the outsole. So been on about 3 runs now in the Brooks Ghost 15, and they're holding up pretty well. So that's very impressive. Now, there really isn't that much about this shoe that I don't like, but there is one thing. That is the drop from the heel to the toe, which is 12 millimeters. So that's quite a high drop. Beginner, intermediate runners might really like that, especially if you're not really running long distances. But over longer distances, you really want to play towards your natural biomechanics, which, of course, if you're running barefoot, is a 0 drop. 12 millimeters is actually quite a lot over that kind of natural running biomechanics form. So personally, I'd like to go for anything 6 and below. 12 is fine for shorter distances though. So if you're used to running in a shoe with a high drop, say 10 or 12 millimeters, then you'll probably still enjoy this shoe. Actually, speaking of drop, do you have a preference with drop on your running shoes? Do you prefer a low drop or a high drop? Do you even care about a drop? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Well, that's really it from me and this Brooks Ghost 15 review before I absolutely melt in this room. It's still super hot. So a quick roundup then. This shoe is incredibly reasonably priced at $140. Lots of runners are going to like it. People who don't like a high drop definitely won't like it. Again, if you have wide feet, then Brooks do accommodate wider feet with 2 different versions. If you have narrow feet, there's also a narrow version as well. So really a lot to love about this shoe. It's a pleasure to run in, super cushioned, very soft, cloud-like feel when you're running in them. And there's no wonder it's a popular shoe for Brooks. I mean, looks nice as well, doesn't it? Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.